Review of the day.
Oh, how lucky.
And I can have another glass of
This
wine.
is,
And then get some food.
I think this is my last thing of the day, and then I'm
Is it?
heading to dinner. Yeah, I could wear those.
Oh, hi. Are we on? All right. Wow. Hey, everyone. Welcome back to the Coatings Coffee Shop Soundstage, sponsored by Handy Foam. My name's Karen Edwards. We are live at the Spray Foam Show 2026 in fabulous Las Vegas. And I am thrilled to be sitting here with Chris West from West Roofing.
Thank you.
Did I get the name right?
You
West
did.
Roofing?
West
Okay.
Roofing Systems.
Systems. I
Yep.
wondered if there was a system in there.
Yeah.
Wow. So nice to have you here for
Thank
this
you.
interview. We did other things together today that we'll talk about.
Sure.
But before we do that, introduce yourself to everyone out there. Tell them who you are, what you do, and a little bit about your business.
Sure. My name's Chris West. I'm with West Roofing Systems. We're located in LaGrange, Ohio. We're a commercial roofing contractor, and we specialize in spray foam and coatings.
Yeah.
That's either coatings alone or spray foam and coatings. But 100% of our business is modeled around spray foam and coatings.
Okay. So the question you always have to ask, or I always have to ask, how did you get into this and end up specializing in coatings and spray foam?
So I had a little help.
Okay.
2 days out of high school, I came to work for my uncle. Dick West was the founder of West Roofing. He founded the company in 1979. I started working on the roof in 1992. And I've done a little bit of everything, from just tearing off the roof to running tear off crews to running a service crew to running a production crew, both with spray foam installs and coating installs. And in 2012, he decided to retire from roofing, and a group of employees, including myself, purchased the company from him.
Nice.
So here we are 12 years later, and I'd like to think we're still going strong. Hiccups along the way, but you just got to keep true to who you are and do the right thing all the time.
Do the right thing all the time. So that was something you said this morning. We had a contractor panel that you were part of,
I was.
talking about roofing, the spray foam roofing
Yeah.
market. And the one theme that resonated was do the right thing. So, maybe expand on that. When you say that, it covers so many different areas.
It does, and really, in the way that I say it, it means multiple things. All right, so if you're a contractor and you're out there and you've been doing it for 20 years, don't cheat. Don't put an inch and a quarter of foam on when you sold an inch and a half. And I'm not saying that there's this guy here did that, but it happens.
Yeah.
And so that way is do the right thing when you know it's the right thing to do. But then there's also the do the right thing. There's guys that maybe didn't have the right training. I like to say I learned through tribal knowledge, because everybody that worked above me had been doing it for 15, 20 years.
Right.
And I learned from them. And it's there's guys that learn from the book, and there's guys that learn from doing. And I'm definitely the guy that learns from doing. But there's a lot of that tribal knowledge is non-existent today, because the guys that were teaching guys like me are out of the industry.
Right.
And the guys that are left are other like-minded guys like me, both contractors, manufacturers. They're all passionate about it. But there's guys that are new to the industry, or been in it for a short period of time, and they just don't know they don't have the training, they don't have the knowledge. But at the end of the day, before you call yourself a roofer, you got to be a roofer.
Yeah.
And guys that might have a foam rig, and they hear that it goes on the roof, and they just figure they're going to go sell this roof. They're foamers, but they're not foam roofers.
Right.
And the first thing is being a roofer. And if these guys can acknowledge that they lack all of the knowledge that they need to do this, they're starting off on doing the right thing.
Doing the right
and then
thing.
continue to do the right thing. We'll follow through when, 2 years down the road, 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, you're doing the right thing because you were taught the right way.
Yes.
So, and that's kind of where that comes from. I don't even know I'm saying it. It just comes out because that's how we live.
Yeah.
We try our best to do the right thing all the time.
Yeah.
And you gain trust that way. You know, repeat customer, about 65% of our business is repeat customer.
Wow.
And it's because we do the right thing.
Yeah.
We take care of our customers, sometimes to a detriment.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean when I say do the right thing.
Yeah. And you are living that and representing that here. You were on a panel this morning. You shared with other contractors in that room, what your business does, how you make things work. And hey, I'm willing to talk to anybody.
I am.
Yeah.
I've talked to a dozen contractors or so since the show opened up today. And we've exchanged emails and we're going to talk. A lot of what we're trying to do right now, this movement of training and whatnot, mentorship, because it doesn't necessarily have to only be the applicator and teaching them how to be a good roofer. The guys that are running the business, that are quoting these jobs and estimating them, if the applicators aren't quite where they need to be, odds are the estimators don't know how to bid it either. So, and that's where I'm saying I'm willing to mentor anybody in the industry that is committing to it. I mean, if you're not a roofer now and you want to get into it, commit to being a roofer, and you'll get all the help you need.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what I mean by that.
Okay, so let's talk about roofers only.
Okay.
And what this is, I talked to John Davidson earlier with Sprayworks Equipment. He's involved and he explained that a little bit. But the one thing that you said to me before we started this interview was you feel like you have a purpose here.
So I was talking about, this is like my 20th or so SPFA show. And I always just said, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to see friends and I'm going to talk to vendors and I'm going to see some new things. And that's all exciting. But I really didn't feel like I had a purpose to be here. And this year was a little different. And back in October, we had some guys at Everest reach out to me and they said, hey, we're going to go down and we're going to meet with John at Sprayworks and talk about, some potential training program that we want to put together. Would you be interested in sitting down with us in the afternoon? I said, absolutely. So they came in that afternoon. We spent a good 3.5 hours talking about this. We came away with action items and lots of ideas and set up another meeting. We had action items taken care of. We created new action items and added 2 or 3 guys to the group.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, we've got 25 guys on a Teams call and they're all already a solid part of the industry. And they all have something to add to this, right? So the whole idea is, I'll go back to my uncle. He started a business in 1997 called the Polyurethane Roof Training Center, PRTC. And I was one of the instructors there. And I saw the difference that it made on guys from all over the world. I mean, Czechoslovakia, Spain, Ireland, Canada, Bermuda. I mean, I got to interact with these guys and learn about what it's like where they live and help them develop the tools that they need to go back home and continue to put on the best roofs they can, right?
Yeah.
So some things kind of happened in the family. We had a death and the excitement of the training center kind of fizzled away. And it just we stopped training guys.
Yeah.
And I just feel like now is the time to bring that training center back to life. And make sure that everybody in the industry knows that there's help out there.
Yeah.
From every angle. I mean, we've got an enormous supporting group of manufacturers that are ready to jump on, and they don't know what they're jumping into yet. But we'll figure that out. Right. We've done this before. We've trained in a classroom. We've trained in an application room, and we've trained on the road. And we know the impact that it makes on these guys moving forward. That's where it starts. I've got a couple of boys that are in college right now, and when they graduate, they want to come work with me.
Yeah.
And I'd be lying if I said that's not in the back of my mind too. I want to do my part to leave the industry in the best condition it can so that the next generation has it around to do what we're doing today.
Right. Yeah, you're elevating the industry as a whole, which has also been a recurring theme throughout the day that we've heard. And, giving back by providing that mentorship and that training is key. That's how you do it.
Yeah, that's why we're doing it. So
Yeah.
it's exciting. It's a little intimidating because it's, as if all of us don't already have enough work to do, but we won't
Right.
have that work to do if we don't keep this industry where it
Yeah.
needs to be in the direction it needs to go.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, that's what it's all about.
It is. Yep. And keep sending what you're doing our way, and we'll help get the word out for
I
you.
appreciate that, Karen.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for being here
Thank
today.
you.
It
I
was
appreciate
great
it.
to have you. Thank you for everything you do, for giving back to the industry.
Thank you.
It's appreciated.
I
Thank
appreciate
you,
it.
everybody out there, for watching. You know what? We've got a whole day tomorrow. We're going to be doing more interviews. So don't go away. Be sure to subscribe, ring that bell. We want to see you on the next one. Bye.